I won't buy anything. I lied. I made a purchase. ADD and procrastination go hand in hand, and I am the poster child for both of those things. Wait is a 4-letter word. Coincidence? I think not. Now would be the perfect time to decorate for fall. Now I just need a whip or a couple of sharpshooters. I've also thought about making a Patreon. I left this open. Oh, good thing it didn't rain. Oh no. Well, I just came into the car and realized that I had left my sunroof open all night. I'm surprised there isn't a horde of bees living in here now. Oh, thank goodness it didn't rain. Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to my channel. This is already starting out very chaotic. I'm off to go to my local farmer's market. I wasn't sure if they were still having it, but it turns out they have a farmer's market all through September. I'm so happy because I've missed so many, mostly because I stay up really late editing a vlog Friday night and then I sleep in Saturday morning completely forgetting about the farmer's market, and then I wake up far too late to go. But last night editing didn't take very long, and this morning I woke up in plenty of time to go. They probably won't have much considering it's the end of the season, but I figured I would take you along and see anyway. I'm wearing a new dress and it's already causing problems. The fold in the front doesn't want to stay closed, which is not good, and the skirt section is full of static and loves to cling. So I did a nice little trick I learned in high school when I was in our school musicals. Spray the fabric with hairspray and the static cling goes away. So I did that, seems to be working. So we'll see how this dress behaves. I think today's plan is to hole up in a coffee shop and work on my book. I haven't done that in a while and I'm really trying to stay consistent with the editing. It's not an easy job, it's not a quick job because I have to restructure every single sentence. So I want to keep at it, and that means hanging out in a coffee shop for most of the day, which, I mean, twist my arm, what a hardship. But coffee first, ATM, farmer's market, then coffee shop. Why am I getting coffee before going to a coffee shop, you ask? Because it's really rude to offer someone at a booth a 20 that you haven't broken. Well, not rude, I guess. It's more inconsiderate because they only have a certain amount of change to give back, and if everyone gave a 20, they'd have no change left. Just something I like to do to be considerate. And to break the 20 I get from the ATM, I get a coffee. Got myself an iced chai latte. Sounds like there's a lot of construction happening outside. I did find a parking spot fairly close, and it's next to a brand new shop that just came into Troy that I haven't checked out yet, so I think after going through the farmer's market I might stop in this new shop and see what it's like. Here's the shop that I'll be going in later, and I'm thinking the construction I heard was actually drums because it's pretty consistent with the beat. So that's interesting. I wonder what's happening over there. I took you in this shop before. I love how they got all the fall foliage now. And there's the farmer's market. Let's see what goodies they have today. So I ended up only getting 2 things. I got 12 ears of corn for $6 and then got a little local honey for $5. There were other things I could have prioritized to buy, but the honey I especially wanted because I've seen a huge difference between the time where I didn't have local honey and the time where I did when it comes to my allergies. I have the worst seasonal allergies. Pollen hits and then grass starts growing again. It's just the worst. But I've noticed that my allergies are so much more manageable when I have local honey. And the reason behind that is because you're sort of giving your body doses of pollen that's local to your area, it almost trains your body to not react so badly to it. I don't know all the science behind it. All I know is that it's worked. So whenever I have the opportunity to buy local honey, I do, because it makes such a difference. And $5? This will last me a while. I just wanted to get back into my car and get a couple sips of coffee in me before I check out this new shop. It's called Magnolia May. It looks darling. I think it's a clothing boutique, just based on what I can see from the open door. I won't buy anything. I don't mean to judge before I've even gone in, but boutiques are generically overpriced. Either that or they don't carry plus sizes, so I don't plan on buying anything today. But it'll be nice to go in and just look.
Or just sit beside me.
Okay, I lied. I made a purchase. I was not planning on making a purchase, but their straw hats were $10 and I've been looking for one. I love the fedora fit and I just can never find a straw hat that has this shape, and the fact that it was only $10. It was on mega sale. Plus I didn't want to explore and film in there and not buy anything, so I figured I was looking for this anyway. Might as well. The ladies in there were so nice, and that store is gorgeous. It doesn't carry plus size clothing, I will say that. But the owner pointed out that there's a store just down the street that does sell plus size clothing and they don't want to compete with each other, which I thought was such a unique and thoughtful perspective. I'm not sure I would have thought that. I would have been like, well, we sell different things so we can both sell plus size, but I thought that was really thoughtful. So I am one hat richer, and the girl at the counter was struggling to find a bag to fit this in, and I said, I'll just wear it. So she cut the tag off and I got to wear it home. So now I'm gonna go back home, drop off all this produce, maybe fix my dress before I go out again, and then head to a coffee shop to work on editing my book. So the drumming I mentioned is this event happening where people are playing music from their porches, which is really cool. obviously have changed into a cozy sweater because it's a little chilly in the house, and any excuse to wear some of the new fall clothes that I've purchased. I'll definitely do a haul video in the future showing you all of my new fall clothing finds. Some are from ThredUp, some are from Bloomchick. Bloomchick? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Some are thrifted from Goodwill. It's just a smorgasbord of wonderful fall finds. This really cozy sweater being one of them. That's one thing I've never owned before, is one of those genuine knitted sweaters. The ones that all the influencers wear and you want to buy one, but they're either way too expensive or they just don't come in normal people sizes. This one is from ThredUp and it totally fits me. So you can see why I was excited to wear it. I was able to get 2 chapters done while I was at the coffee shop. I didn't close them down entirely, but I stayed until about a half hour before they closed. I think I deleted 450 some words from one chapter and about 400 some words from another. So it's going well. It's getting there. I'm on chapter 29. I'm about to work on that a little bit because I'm still in the mode of wanting to edit, and if you are a writer or a creative of any kind, you know that when inspiration strikes, you must listen. Otherwise, you will regret it, because on the days that you're not inspired, you're hard-pressed to motivate yourself to do anything. I just finished some dinner and had a little snack of my favorite cookies. These are Sweet Lauren's. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based, peanut and tree nut free. They're delicious. They're edible cookie dough. So good. I put them in the freezer and then I just grab 1 or 2 when I want a little snack. I'm thinking I might fix myself a cozy cup of tea, and after I finish this next chapter, I'll give myself a break and watch something fall and cozy themed on YouTube, or maybe pull out a fall themed movie. This vlog is probably the most random, I'm using air quotes here. It's the kind of vlogs I love to watch, but I always feel nervous making because there's no real theme, there's no real storyline, which I try to incorporate in the majority of my vlogs. The loyal ones of you in my audience won't care, I know that, and that just makes me so happy to have your unconditional permission to just create whatever I want. And if this vlog totally flops, I'll know that patchwork is not the way to go. And we'll go back to more structured vlogs. There are some travel vlogs coming up though that I'm very excited about. I would love to have a travel vlog every single week. That would just be the dream. Someday, hopefully, the income that I earn from YouTube once I'm monetized will be able to be poured right back into the channel by way of paying for gas to go travel places and let you guys experience the places I go vicariously through my filming. I've also thought about making a Patreon, although I have zero idea what extra things I would offer, what you guys would even want. Maybe let me know in the comment, what would you want to see if I were to make a Patreon? I know you can do as many tiers as you want. I'd probably only do 2 tiers, maybe 3. I have to keep in mind that this all has to happen during my free time, which I have very little of. So maybe we'll just stick with 2 tiers if I were to ever do it. I guess this is becoming a what if chat here. I would look at it like a monthly subscription, so the same as if you were subscribing to Disney Plus or Netflix. But one of my thoughts for one of the tiers, I would have a live video chat once a month where you would get exclusive one-on-one time with me in a way that wouldn't be available on any other platform. My other thought was to design t-shirt logos, maybe as printables, so you could print them on transfer paper and put it on a tote bag or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. That way I don't have to be responsible for production and mailing things out and worrying about size. But if you had a printable, then you could just iron it onto whatever clothes you wanted. And the design part is my favorite part anyway. And the reason I'm going into this and explaining all of it, don't know how much of this will be cut during editing, but I really want to find a way to make this my part-time job. It kind of already is a part-time job, but I'd like it to be one that actually earns me income that I can use and pour back into the channel. That way you guys know where your money is going and what the intention behind the subscription would be. And I would be very into starting one if you guys would be receptive. Maybe for one of the tiers we could start a book club and have book chats once a month. I could even tell you sneaky little tidbits about the books that I'm writing, and it would be totally exclusive, the kind of thing where you are all sworn to secrecy and you can't post about it online, but you're all part of this exclusive group who get to be in the know before everyone else. Those are just my ideas right off the bat. If you guys have any wants or desires regarding Patreon, what you would like to see, if you would even be willing to subscribe to a Patreon, please let me know in a comment. The only way I would ever follow through with this is if I knew there were enough people who actually wanted this to happen. Not that one person isn't enough, but I wouldn't want to make all of this extra content and take all this extra time for one person who is subscribing, you know? I'd want there to be at least 10 to 20 starting out. So yeah, if any of you would be interested in me doing something like that, slash if you have any ideas specifically on what you would want out of that, please comment down below and let me know. If you can hear tools in the background, my dad's working on a project. I'm gonna make a cup of tea, work on one more chapter of my book, maybe two, depending on how motivated I feel, and watch a few YouTube videos to finish off the night. And then I will see you in the morning.
Friends will come, friends will go. They all seem to change while I'm still the same. 'Cause I just can't let go. And there's no one to blame. It's just the way it is. Like stone, emotionless in this world of stories, oh, like stone, I'll be here forever, waiting for your call.
Morning, loves. It's a couple days later, and I've made the most of the morning by washing my dishes. I know, glamorous. I don't know if you noticed, but I was wearing a different shirt, and that's because I always get my shirts filthy when I wash dishes. I have splash water everywhere. This is a new shirt from ThredUp, and I really didn't want to get it messy the first day I wore it, so I waited to put it on until I was done with dishes. I've been doing my hair in this bathrobe belt curling method. I love it because it's heatless and I get the best curls out of it, and honestly the curls stay longer than when I would use a curling iron or even a straightener. The straightener was used to curl my hair, not straighten it. I feel like I need to clarify in case anyone was confused, but I feel like it's common knowledge now that you can curl your hair with a straightener, right? So I literally just keep my bathrobe belt right here on my vanity because that's literally all I use it for. I'll have to do something with my bangs, I think, but other than that, my hair's done for the day. I've already done my makeup minus lipstick, haven't done that yet. I've been easing into fall lip colors. I don't want to go too dark yet because that feels a little ambitious, but I've been really liking this 1995 Cozy Kitsune liquid lipstick. I really like the orange color. Sometimes it washes me out, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what I'm wearing. I want to see what it looks like with this cream shirt. I just don't know. I don't think I'm dark complected enough for this lipstick. Every time I wear it, I think, oh, I'll love it this time. And I just don't know. I'm unconvinced. I was planning on having my autumn decorate with me video to be its own thing. And then I remembered that my loft is not that big and would not be that long of a video. So I thought instead of having it as its own video, I would just lop it on to the second half of this video. I have a couple things that I've got to accomplish today. I already did some of my dishes. I have a few left, but I just needed a break. I'm the kind of person that waits to do my dishes all at once instead of just a little at a time, which would be the smarter way to do it. But ADD and procrastination go hand in hand, and I am the poster child for both of those things. So spending an hour doing my dishes, it is. There's also this book that I'm going through with a friend. Hang on, I'll show you. We actually haven't started it yet. We're gonna start it today. It's called When God Says Wait by Elizabeth Lang Thompson. I have read none of her books, but a friend recommended this one to me because, as you all probably know, I am perpetually in a season of waiting. Whether it's for financial independence, or having my YouTube take off, or getting a book published, or finding the person I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with, or having children. Waiting applies to pretty much every aspect of life, and I have a lot of things that I'm waiting on, some more impatiently than others. This is actually the first time in my entire life where being single has felt okay. Shifting my perspective to being single not being a bad thing and actually an opportunity to focus on projects that I really want to focus on without the responsibility or priority of a significant other or of children has been really freeing. So I'm actually okay with being single right now. I have my days, but for the most part, that's been a big mental gear shift that I'm so thankful I've been able to accomplish. Not alone, through lots of prayer and car chats with God. But back to the book. My friend and I are gonna meet virtually, because that's what you do now as busy adults, and go through the first chapter. Whoa, something just fell out of my book. What was that? Okay, so I bought this book used from Amazon, and someone left their penny bookmark in the book. Is it valuable? 1946. I don't know. You guys tell me. Any coin collectors out there? Is that valuable? Should I keep it? Or go buy myself something nice? Anyway, I'm gonna go through the first chapter this morning before our virtual coffee chat. I guess there's journaling you can do as well, so I wanna get that done this morning. And after all that's done, I can reward myself with decorating my loft for fall. What do we think of this shirt, by the way? Like I said, I got it from ThredUp, and I really like it. I love how floaty it is. I love how flattering it is. And I'm wearing long jeans for the first time in forever, which feels so fall and cozy. Yeah, I think I like it. Kind of makes me feel like I'm going on an adventure with Laura Croft or Indiana Jones. Oh, and I even have a hat, an Indiana Jones kind of hat. I mean, I think I'm ready to go on a treasure hunt. Now I just need a whip or a couple of sharpshooters.
You say take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see.
Okay, I'm still reading this, so I can't speak to the whole book, but I've read quite a few pages, and I have laughed out loud more in the last few pages than I have in, I think, any book I've ever read. I want to read a couple paragraphs from this. One, because it's funny and I think you'll enjoy it. Two, even if you don't have a relationship with God like I do, it is an interesting perspective on prayer and on what we go through when we're waiting. If you haven't noticed, wait is a 4-letter word. Coincidence? I think not. It goes something like this. God is good. Life is pretty good. We have been following Jesus for a while, and many of our prayer requests, at least the most important ones, have been answered. Our faith is strong, the future brightly shining, but then we want something. Something that can't be bought, earned, or achieved. We've done our part, worked, grown, taken risks, but now we have reached the point where the decision is out of our hands, which means it's in God's. And at first, that knowledge feels comforting. Our hopes, our heart, our happiness, all in the hands of God. God, the creator who controls the cosmos, surely this one little request will be easy for him. All he has to do is snap his all-powerful, all-loving fingers and done. Wish granted, prayer answered. But there's a problem. He doesn't do it. He doesn't not do it either. He does nothing. Nothing we can see, anyway. God doesn't say no, but neither does he say yes. God says, wait. Wait, what? I love those little commentaries throughout her description. Wait, what? We pray and nothing. Heaven resounds with his silence. The longer we wait, the louder the silence. But God is good, so we swallow hard and determine to wait patiently. On good days, we turn back to prayer. On bad days, we turn to social media. After 2 excruciating minutes, a contentment-shattering onslaught of clever stories, airbrushed images, and big exciting announcements, we find ourselves sinking into the abyss. Everyone else is happy. Everyone else is getting the thing I need right on schedule. We try to regroup, drawing on life lessons we have collected over the years. Our earliest memories, thank you Disney princesses, that part made me laugh, sing, believe in yourself, follow your heart, dreams do come true. Our middle and high school teacher voices echo, never give up, you will get it soon because you're awesome, and awesome people always succeed. We turn to the Bible, to classic, sublimely comforting waiting passages like, be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. With our faith renewed, we enjoy a little chuckle at our own expense, resign ourselves to wait patiently for a few more days, even weeks if need be, and offer a prayer of apology for our impatience. And then we sit back and expect God to grant our request within the next 7 to 10 business days. I laughed out loud at that part. We pray, we read more passages, we pray some more, we try not to fidget, we delight in God, we delight in God some more. We humbly remind God that we are delighting in Him. Teeth gritted, fists clenched, neck veins popping, but doggone it, if we were any more delighted, we'd have a heart attack. We alter our... We alter our request to make it sound more spiritual, more like a prayer God would want to say yes to. You've probably heard a preacher say, when we ask God for something, He gives one of 3 answers. Yes, no, or wait. Yes is obvious. No is not always that clear-cut. And to make matters even more confusing, I, the author, believes God offers a theologically mind-bending option we will explore in greater depth in chapter 6, and it's this: maybe. Ask me again. You might talk me into it. And that answer may be the most maddening but hope-sustaining answer of all. And that's where I've left off. So you can tell why I'm like, I must keep reading. This is really funny. And I kind of want to skip to chapter 6, but I won't. I'll wait. But I just wanted to share that because I thought that was so relatable. And I thought I'd share a few pieces of it just in case you thought it was funny and relatable too. Now that I've talked your ear off, I'm gonna go back to reading this, finish the chapter, and do the journal notes.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the day.
Perfect timing, because now I have to jump on a coffee chat with my friend and discuss the waiting book. Off camera, of course, although I might do a time lapse just to keep the momentum of the vlog going.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kind of feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constant.
Okay, I was gonna work on my book for a little bit first, but the sun is out and it's kind of been cloudy most of the day, so I thought now would be the perfect time to decorate for fall because the lighting's pretty, and when you're a YouTuber you have to let the light dictate what you do. All of this stuff laid out and ready to go. I just have to put it where it goes. I got all of this from the dollar store and the Dollar General. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the corner for you. I think the total cost of everything came to around $50. My goal was to stick to 40, on a little bit overboard, but that's fine. And I'm very happy with the result of the money I spent. So first, I have things that I need to move out of the way that don't belong, so I can put the pretty stuff out and take the ugly stuff away. I usually have a TV tray that's out just perpetually all the time because I tend to work where the light is, and that means the living room here, but that's not pretty and that's not autumn, so I'm gonna move it. And then, you know, just random glasses that I use as a tripod instead of the actual tripods that I own. Just YouTuber things. Something I want to do while I'm thinking about it is find my command strips and hang up my new hat that I got. But do you think I can find it? That would be a no. Found one. My dad had one, thankfully. Do I put it here so that if I get more hats I can just place them like that? Or, since I only have one hat to hang up right now, do I put it here so that when you see it on camera it looks like a nice little trio? I think I'm leaning toward the trio. Okay, what do we think? Does that look high enough? Good enough. to make sure this part doesn't block the sensor here, which is taking some finesse because I don't want it to look like it's just empty here. If I don't, then I can't turn my TV on, which is not acceptable. Flip this leaf under so it shows in the front instead of the back. Minus the scissors, I think that looks really nice. These are things that I thrifted from Goodwill at 2 different visits, but look how similar they are. They look like they were meant to be a set, but I got them at totally different times. These are both marble. I think this is brass. This part is pretend brass. This is actual brass. I just think it looks really cool. It adds a lot of earth tones back into the space. Thrifted these brown candles from Goodwill at some point and just switched out my white candlesticks for brown ones. Just kept the candlestick as is. Replaced my used candle with a new one. Well, not new. I partially burnt this, but it's my favorite fall candle, Leaves by Bath & Body Works. I love candles and I've smelled a lot of good candles, but this one tops them all. And then I felt like this needed something. I may still play around with it, but what it needs is a second, smaller candlestick, but I don't have one right now. So I thought I'd put this bell made of crystal with a brass handle next to it to add some height difference and to tie in the earthy tones together. All in all, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really autumnal and will be really nice for when I take Instagram stories of what I'm watching on TV. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I do that a lot. So this will look pretty. Oh, yay, I love this. This is hot work. My loft gets really hot really quickly when I'm being active up here, even with the AC blasting. Because yes, it's still hot enough to need AC. Plus the heat rises up here and, you know, I just need it cooler most of the time anyway. I'll need some foliage for these 2 vases, but I think they look really good clustered all together. I also might remove the bowl of seashells because that just doesn't scream fall to me, but I don't have anywhere else to put it right now, so that may stay, that may go. I thrifted all 3 of these vases from Goodwill at different times. This pumpkin and this pumpkin, I believe, were both from At Home, and then these 2 catch-all dishes were from Goodwill as well. Look at this one, isn't it a darling? It has little feet. I love how ornate it looks too. So cute. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more this looks very out of place. Once I find a place to put it, I think I'll remove that and just leave these 2 here with this vase. And if anyone hasn't heard the story of my Cass Street picture, we were on vacation driving somewhere and I saw this as we passed by and I begged my dad to stop the car so I could go out and take a photo. He kindly pulled in somewhere to park so I could run across the street, take a picture, and then run back to the car. So if you ever wondered where that came from, that was during a vacation many eons ago. Still boiling, but that's fall decorating done. I think it looks really nice. I have a couple foliage pieces that I haven't figured out quite where to put yet at the entryway on the stairs. Maybe I'll make a secondary video, something like final fall decor touches, showing you all the little tiny things that I've fixed as time goes on, because if you watched my shop for fall decor with me video, I had a certain budget I had to work within, and I wasn't able to purchase everything I needed, including some pillow shams for a couple of the pillows on my couch that look a little too springy. This isn't everything, but it is most of it, so I thought you guys would like to see me decorate everything, and that would be a nice way to end today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was more of a day in the life kind of video, a bit more patchwork than I usually do, but sometimes I like that. My favorite kind of vloggers to watch are the ones that create long content, like 40 to 50 minute vlogs, and ones that span over a day or two. Not weekly vloggers, that feels a little overkill and a lot to keep track of and very patchwork, but I like a day or two in the life. Those are really fun for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock now, so that means I have only a few hours to edit before I have to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna leave the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a future video from me. I upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays, both at 6 a.m. I would love for you to be part of this little online family. I have a lot of fall content planned, and my goal is to get my channel monetized, which means I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Let's see how big we can grow this little family. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah.